Hey guys, well, welcome to this installment of Finding a Better Way. So the title might be a little bit misleading, so I want to give a little bit of a disclaimer. So I in no way, shape, or form feel qualified to speak on this COVID-19 pandemic we're all experiencing right now. We all can access the CDC website to get factual, up-to-date information about what we all should be doing to protect ourselves and others from this pandemic. Different cities have been given different, I don't know if ordinances is the word, different orders to maybe shelter at home or be on complete lockdown. Go to your local city government website in order to know what you need to do in your city to follow the rules and keep everyone safe for right now, because this is basically a daily, ever-evolving crisis, and I think we're all just trying our very best to address it. So I'm not qualified to say what should or shouldn't be happening, what we should or should be not be doing. All I can say is that I hope that we all learn from what we're experiencing right now. Everyone from healthcare providers to administrators to the government. I just hope that we all take something away from what we're experiencing right now. So that's pretty much all I wanted to say about that, because it can get very heated and charged, the conversations about the COVID-19 pandemic, and that's not what my blog is about. Not at this point in time. I kind of just really wanted to check in on you guys, and I wanted y'all to check in on me. I wanted to let y'all know how I was doing. Because honestly, how are you doing? Do you ever sit and think to yourself how all of these changes are affecting you? It's been such a whirlwind these last couple of weeks, and I feel like so many people's lives have just really drastically changed. Even if it went from going to the office every day to working from home, that's still a change. Some people have lost their jobs, and I've just really taken this day off to just kind of think about that, just sit back and reflect on how all of these changes must be so hard on all of us. Kids aren't in school when they usually are. Imagine how they're processing all of this or not processing all of this. So I think it's just important for us all to kind of just check in on our loved ones. We have this amazing ability to connect through technology. And so that's the way you got to do it. We need to be staying at home. But I think you just really need to pick up the phone and reach out to your friends and family and loved ones just to see how they're doing with all of this. So there's 3 things that I wanted to kind of share as a way that I've been finding a better way to deal with all of this. The first thing is when I find myself getting very overwhelmed by what I'm watching on the news or my day-to-day operations at work, whenever that's just getting overwhelming and my mind starts to spiral into, okay, what does this mean for the future and all of these things, start future tripping a lot, I just take myself back, not to the present, but to the past, which is typically not the advice we're given. You're supposed to stay in the present moment. That would be best. But for what's been working for me is just to reflect on some of the awesome experiences I've had in the past, especially when it comes to something like travel. I know that that's something that, we feel like we have been robbed of. Not robbed of, that's probably not the best word to use, but it's something that we can't do right now. And so I think that for me personally, instead of kind of fretting about when I'll be able to, travel to see my parents again or travel to see my boyfriend again, I've been thinking about the times that I did see them and did have a good time with them. So that was my first tip that I've given myself, is to just pause and think back to the past. Don't worry too much about the future. Just take the future day by day. The next thing that I've done more in the past few weeks than I've done, say in the past few months, is really focus on my gratitude journal. Writing down at least 3 things I'm grateful for every day. I've been doing that a lot more, and it has really helped to combat some of this COVID-19 pandemic anxiety that I've been feeling. Lastly, the third thing I wanted to touch on in this vlog about this pandemic is finding creative solutions to things that have changed. What I am directly speaking of is the fact that we all can't go work out at our local gyms anymore, which has been tough, especially if you are someone who wanted to start working out a little bit more consistently, now you can't. Well, it's not that you can't, you just have to find a creative way to do it. And so lately I've been just walking around the shopping center a lot, walking/running, and that's been great, except for the days that San Antonio decides it's summer and it's 89 degrees. So that's been kind of hit or miss. The other thing is, San Antonio has a lot of oak trees, and I'm allergic to that, so that's been just a challenge as well. But despite the challenges, I feel like this is a perfect opportunity for us to find creative solutions to such challenges. So I've decided to make a little portable workout gym, if you will. The blessing of it all is that we can actually work out outside. As long as you're 6 feet or more, preferably away from parties that you don't live with, outside is free. And it's best to not go outside if you really don't have to. Like if you can work out inside of the comforts of your home, that's great. If you live in an apartment where jumping up and down might bother your neighbors downstairs, then you might just need to go outside. So I was thinking of creating like a little home gym on my outside balcony. The funny thing is, about 3-4 months ago, there is a wasp's nest that developed out there, and I was going to go kill it because this is my apartment and my balcony and the insects don't own me. But then my roommate decided to name the wasp that I saw. She named him Peter, and I had Raid in my hand and the broom in the other hand, and I just couldn't kill Peter. I just couldn't do it. Peter has not bothered us in these last 4 months. We have not bothered to go outside in these last 4 months. So why would I disrupt his natural habitat? I don't know, I just couldn't do it earlier today. So instead, what I've decided to do, and I want to show you guys, is build a little sidewalk gym. So for those of you who don't know, about a month ago, I got this nifty little rolling cart to carry all of the items I need when I go to work, including my blanket, my heater, my lunchbox, my water bottles, my backpack, whatever you can need. So now it's gonna be my little portable gym transporter. Okay, I did not think about the bird poop, but you know what? These are the sacrifices we have to make. You know, it'll just be my outside mat from now on. Anywho, I just bought these things this morning because I just had this idea this morning. So here are my dumbbells, like the only ones left in the store. And the video is so funny because I went in just for the dumbbells thinking it would be fully stocked for some reason. I don't know why I didn't think that other people might also be buying dumbbells to work out at home right now. And of course I was 6 feet apart from everyone in the store, just keep that in mind. But that's why it still has like the wrapping on it and everything. And it was so funny because I was like walking through and getting so distracted. I was like, why wouldn't I use a jump rope? A jump rope is the perfect at home workout activity object. And then of course I got these bands, the resistance bands, because who doesn't need resistance bands? Now this is what is questionable that I bought that I may not need, but they're yoga gloves and yoga socks. And I feel like I always slip off of my mat, especially my very used mat whenever I'm doing yoga. So I got these too. And so hopefully, you know, they all have a place in this portable sidewalk workout gym for me these days. And so anyway, just wanted to show y'all the setup. And yeah, not gonna work out right now. Just wanted to show you how I set it up. So if my editing skills and technological advanced skills are on point, by now you would have seen how I created my lovely little sidewalk gym. And I'm already back here, you know, so easy. But I hope you took these 3 tips to heart, ways of getting through a pandemic crisis like we're in now. Number 1, reflect on the happy memories that you've had of the great times you've had in the past, whether it be with people who you won't be able to see for a while or places you won't be able to go for a while. Just remember the times that you had the opportunity to go. And in that same vein, number 2, Be grateful for what we do have right now. We have technology that connects us. Some of us are still able to do our jobs. That's such a blessing. Just remember to count your blessings every day or write them down and just really cultivate that muscle of gratitude. And third, find creative solutions to challenges that this pandemic might have set upon us, such as not being able to go to the gym. Maybe you want to do a little sidewalk gym like I did. Do whatever you will. And so for now, that's all on Finding a Better Way.